All right, guys, it's time for Be Social TV, and today we get to talk about partying online and the variety of methods to do so. So we're going to be talking about online vendor events. How can you book them? What do you do at them? What purpose do they serve? How can you get leads and sales and more bookings from vendor events? We're also going to be talking about texting parties and messenger parties, which currently are kind of a big hit for people. It's time for Be Social TV. Okay, there we go. So if you're here, would you please say good morning? Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, in your area of the world. I am drinking my coffee and I just came off of a very long week. My dad was in the hospital. Everything is fine. We have a follow-up tomorrow. Sounds like he might have some stuff in his neck going on that's causing him some issues. But it was lengthy. And so I wasn't able to be everywhere I wanted to be last week. And so I'm definitely living hashtag mom life today. Who's with me? Hashtag mom life. And it's super, super summer season for us. So that means we're living by the pool. That means that we are working when we want to work and we're playing when we want to play. So good morning, Jacinda. Hi, Anna. Let us know you guys are here so we can say hey to you. I am going to be opening up our virtual party community again. Okay. I've put a post inside a social sales school ambassadors. So Jacinda, Anna, Christina, your ambassadors inside a social sales school should be tagging you in some videos, reaching out to make sure that those of you who want in on the party community know that it's opening back up. So I'm actually going to be training today a bit on different ways to party. And then if you have not yet gone through that party community and you want in, I'm going to give you a special to come in to 8 weeks, okay, of group coaching with Sarah Inman, who is a top leader in her network marketing company. She went through all of our Impact Makers program. She runs her events through Facebook groups. She parties kind of without calling it a party, but shows up consistently every week in her group. She's a full-time school principal. She's a mom, and she has a network marketing business with a Sarah, I don't know if you want me to tell the company, but it's like I buy my laundry soap from her. They have household products, so she can say her company if she wants to. You can say it below. You'll also be coaching in that community with Jessica Quivy. So if you've gone through this community with these ladies, tell us what that 8 weeks was like, because the first set of people that went through, we had incredible results. Jessica Quivy is with a health and wellness company. She was one of my direct downlines. So she got very much trained in virtual parties and online events. And those two are your coaches. So Jess is a top leader in her company. That company is no longer a host rewards party-based company. Like we used to be. So she's pivoted in a way that she's still growing her group through events without calling them parties. We're doing challenges, workshops, and the big topic right now, hi Gail, the big topic for these girls right now is what we're going to talk a little bit about today. Texting parties, messenger parties are two big requests that they're going to start training on inside of a call they're doing together on Thursday. Okay, that's what's been requested. And this has been something that's in my virtual party course, is different ways to party online. And we have an actual 3 different messenger party examples from a Norwex leader, from Park Lane, and from Senegence, different ways to party through Messenger. We have my texting party, and I know Jennifer Sefter, you're out there playing in texting. I saw you talking in the texting community. I gave her my bundle. I'm curious about that. I know that Leslie is out there doing texting parties and killing it with texting parties. Charlene Pryor, an Impact Maker, is out there killing it in messenger parties. So if you're like, Facebook groups aren't working right now, how else can I do that? I'm going to give you some tips today. I am mostly still doing groups and events. Okay. So the pivot that I've made is to Facebook events, making sure there's an event set up within the group for clarity, or just running a separate event outside of groups. So if you've ever been through my party course, that's part of what you'll get when you join the coaching community if you don't have it yet. Okay. I like Facebook groups because it's a home. It's a community where we keep people. Okay. Facebook events are very clear. It's a one-time pop-up event. It makes it easy for people to understand. But the benefits to texting and messengers, they're quick, they're simple. People don't have to join a complete group. Depending on how you do them, there's a wide variety of ways to do them. You can kind of overcome some objections. If people say, I don't want to join another group, great, it's in Messenger. I don't do Facebook, great, it's on text, okay? And then one of the other topics, and I'll give you guys some tips on texting and Messenger in a minute here. I talked to Tina McGee and I promised her, hi Stacy, that we would talk about vendor events today as well. So vendor events, who has done them, who loves them, and who hates them? So Anna Masai, Impact Maker, shout out to you. She has booked 2 vendor events for this month. She likes doing in-person events. So who's doing vendor events, vendor fairs, okay? And are you doing them in person or are you doing them online? Because we can talk about those both. But first, let's take a drink. Let's take a drink and let's imagine your dreams, create your happiness, and live your life. Throw up all the hearts for that. Don't throw up. Tap the hearts for all of that. Okay, so when it comes to vendor events, Stacy's doing them online. Another one of our impact makers, Holly Louisiel, has an actual group that she created. Smart, be the creator of the vendor events, where she supports other network marketers, and it's a vendor mama hustle group. Holly, you can link it below if you want to. She actually created a group for other network marketers to kind of collab and do these different events. Okay, so whether you have your own and you do something like Holly did, and you're like, brilliant, be the top of the introduction for people, be the founder of it, right? Go do that, or you're using someone else's. Okay. If you're using someone else's, like Tammy's doing in person, or you're going on to an online event, here's the biggest, and I've done lots and lots and lots of vendor events. So talk to me in the comments below. What is your biggest struggle with them and what is your biggest success? Okay. For me, the biggest thing I've learned, and I've talked with thousands of students doing all kinds of different strategies, and a lot of people doing vendor events, they feel like they're a waste of time a lot of times. Okay. There's a lot of vendors in there. It's hard to get sales. What I did when I did vendor events in person, the shift that I made was I didn't think of it as a sales event. Okay. I never looked at my vendor events as a selling event. My sales events are my parties. When you come to my home, my playground, when you come to my event next Tuesday, that's a sales event. For me, vendor events in person, vendor events online, vendor fairs, whatever you call them, are a lead generation event. Okay. So if we think of the funnel again, and we think at the top of the funnel is we got to gain leads, right? Okay. Networking and connecting. And we go to the middle of the funnel where it's all about sales, bookings, conversation, and at the bottom of the funnel to close all of that, right? So what I started realizing, I've done vendor events with network marketing. I did tons of networking events with my home care business. This is all about connecting. This is all about not just making some new friends, but capturing their information. Okay. So if new team members and bookings from vendor events too, you can get all kinds of stuff, but your focus needs to be, I'm only going to get a short window with them. I've only got a little bit of a spotlight. I may not have time to tell them all the things or get to know them completely. Plus they're distracted. They're speaking to a lot of different people. They've got a lot of different information. So my biggest job is to very quickly get into a quick conversation and have something they can fill out that shows me where their interest is, how I can help them. So on Amy Rossi, another impact maker student, she does a lot of these with Synergents in person. And she's like, I have 150 leads on my desk in paper. I'm like, girl, we need to do those digital. So next vendor event, have them fill out a form online. Your landing page and your Aweber account, if you're doing that, action takers, where are you guys at? It could be a Google form, but you don't just want name and email. I don't care just about name and email. That does not tell me how I can help. Okay. So all of this QR code, jot form, awesome, Tammy. Everything we train on, and I know in this free group, some of you are not in our paid programs. Y'all need to get into some of them so you have all the pieces. Okay. Action Takers membership club, month to month, stay as long as you want. Impact Makers, our full coaching program. If you need information on those, just type in the comments below or message me. Okay. But all of these pieces should start to becoming together. Okay. So if we understand what we're doing, people are everywhere. All right. We're looking for qualified leads. Okay. So if there are 200 people at a vendor event, I don't care. If there's 2 million, I don't care. Are they the people that I can help? Right? So what kind of vendor event is it? Who's coming? If it's a healthy moms expo or like a new moms expo or something like that. So when I fill out the form with them, name and email and phone number, that's awesome. Now all you have to do is just have a couple qualifying questions on your form. Okay. We do this inside of our Facebook groups. So think about what are the 3 questions you have. Everybody type to me your 3 questions. When I enter your group, I should be answering 3 questions. If you're like, oh, but they may not come in, doesn't matter. We're looking for qualified leads that we can help. And if we don't know what the problem is, we can't be a solution. If they don't want to answer 3 questions, okay, you can go ahead and accept them if you want to and get into the conversation. But I set up a 3 membership question on the front of the Facebook group. On a leads form, I set up just a couple questions they can fill out. You can give them an entry into a giveaway form, a giveaway drawing if that's what they're doing. So you can just ask name, email, phone number, fill out my little form for my giveaway, and then just say, are you interested in any of the following? Or can I help you with any of these below? Or do you need support with? And list just 3 things that you can help people with. Type in the comments below, what can you help people do? Who do you help? What do you help them with? So that what transformation will they get on the other side? Maybe you say, can I help you with any of the following? Increased energy, weight management, creating extra income from home. That would be easy. Just check a box, right? Mine used to say, do any of the following interest you? And one said something about earning free products when I get some friends together at a fun online event. Getting a free skincare sample and a business info pack and learning how to make extra income from home. Posting a post on my social media wall to earn a free facial mask. That was more like the tangibles, right? So on this, what I'm talking about, when it's all these people that you don't know who they are, I'm looking for their interest level, their struggles, right? So think about with your company, if you came home with 10 leads from your vendor event and they had name, email, phone number, and 5 out of 10 said that I'm looking for help with weight management and you have some weight management support products, wouldn't that conversation be super easy? Hey, Stacy, it's Cathy. We met for 2 seconds at the vendor event last Monday. I saw that you're looking for help with weight management. Can you tell me more about your health goals? Can you tell me more about what you've tried before? The conversation's easy. They check the box on how to help them, right? So use vendor events more as a lead gen. If you get time with people at the table, have something if you're in person for them to do. That's always key. If it's in person, have something that will get them to stay at the table. We used to do makeup at the tables. You can't probably do that anymore. Give them something to drink, something to fill out, something to play with. If it's a vendor event where kids will be there, have a little kids activity, because then the moms will stay sticking around and you can start chatting. Don't try to sell your company. Don't try to sell your products. Get into a conversation, learn about the person, be more interested than interesting, and make sure you collect the data that you need to follow up. If you can close a booking or you can close a business partner right on the spot, congratulations. Most of us don't. Most of us start the conversation and then we have to follow up after the event's over because they're like, okay, I got to go to the next table. If it's online, who's doing online events? The most effective posting I did, okay, the most effective posting I did inside of vendor shows online was a poll, P-O-L-L, P-O-L-L. Can you do those in your vendor events? The most effective way that I got bookings was I put out a poll and I said, if I could send you any of the following, which would you love to win? And I put things like my products, right? So maybe you put Mandarin Fig body wash. And these are just a couple options on the poll. Lash Love mascara. These are different products that I bought from people. Masking minis. Maybe you put a couple products that you sell. And then I also mixed it up with a $25 Amazon gift card, a $10 Starbucks card. And I just put a poll for different things. And if they checked the box for stuff I sell, I'm like, bonus. If they check the box for the gift card, like they may not be interested in products I sell, they may not know about them, but I could incentivize them to learn more or to join my group or to invite friends in and use that as a booking gift. So I played with that. It made the reach out super, super simple. Hey, I see we're in a vendor event together. You answer the poll that you would be interested in winning the Lash Love mascara. And then you tell them how to get it. I tell them you can actually get entered to win by simply joining my group. It's the giveaway I have this month. Can I send you the link? That's one way to enter. You can get a guaranteed mascara when you invite 5 friends to the next online event I'm doing. Are you interested in earning it for free? Guaranteed, right? It's also on sale this month. If they're like, no, 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 it's also on sale this month since you're part of the vendor show. I would love to give you this deal, buy one, get one, or whatever. So start thinking like how to create conversations from vendor events. Okay. All right, let's move on to texting and Messenger, and then we'll be done. If you guys are doing texting parties, a lot of us are using Project Broadcast. If you don't have Project Broadcast, type to me in the comments below. You don't know what that is. I have an affiliate link. You get 500 credits for free. But Project Broadcast is an automated text sequence that you can set up. And if you got a text from me today, who got a text from me today? Raise your hand. I texted all of you, like, honestly, while I was going to the bathroom. I didn't even have my makeup on. I didn't have earrings on. I didn't have my hat or my shirt on. And I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom and text everybody. In like 10 seconds, I typed up a quick message, grabbed the tag that included everybody that had opted into my texting sequence, and sent you guys a reminder. Now, if you're not on my texting, I can type in the comments actually. If you're not on my text reminders and you want to see how Project Broadcast works, right now in the comments below, I am texting you, or I am typing to you my phone number. And if you just simply text SSS to 618-417-7228, you will get a text automatically right back from me. Okay. It will say, thank you so much for subscribing to the Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. You'll receive reminders. You know, I don't know what else it says. So test it out. Okay. Christina got it. If you're not on my list yet, when it comes to parties, who wants to test out my party? If you want to test out my party, raise your hands. It's going to cost me money for you to test this out because I do pay per text. But if you want to test out my texting party, raise your hand in the comments below. Okay. And I can text you the keyword, or I can message you the keyword that will open up my texting party, and you can go through it just like a guest. Okay. Okay. Good. Anna. Awesome. Okay. Tammy says me, if you want to test out my texting party, how about you actually type so that I don't forget? I want to test out your texting party. And it's like a tongue twister. I want to test out your texting party. Type that whole thing. And I will message you over the word to get it started. If you are Gail Jameson, Leslie Ladd, you guys that are in Impact, you already have this. You may not know it, but you already have it. If you're an impact maker, go into the Boards app and open up the texting party, and the code's already there for you to import my full texting party and for you to test it. Okay. If you're not in the big program yet, then message me. Okay. I did my texting party one way and another girl did it another way. So I know today we're probably going to go longer than my 15 minutes. So hang tight if you like this content, if this is helpful. When you do a texting party, I did it as what's called an automated adventure. The way mine works is I use Project Broadcast. And like I said, if you need an account, type to me in the comments below. I'll send you my link. You'll get 500 free credits. It's $15 a month. And then you get so many credits per month. And then you'll have the 500 extra. And then you can pay if you need more. My guest sent a word to my phone number and then the party started and it was automated. So what happens is they have to reply. They read a text and it's like, welcome to the party, blah, blah, blah. And it could be me hosting or someone else. And it says, you know, reply with the word newbie if you're new to these products, or junkie if you're already know and love what we have. And based on the word they reply, it sends the next text automatically. There were 10 texts that they went through and the party just ran. Okay, I had 75 people opt into my first one. I have a customer now that has shopped probably 30 orders that came from a texting party. That's one way to do it. Okay, so I won't go any further into that. If we want to super train on texting parties, go into that virtual party community. Okay, by the way, virtual party community, coaching community, the 8-week, Aubrey's got an email coming out to you guys right now. The 8-week coaching community that is going to be opening up again. You guys can talk about all the different ways to party online. Okay. That 8-week coaching community is only $99. We've done it one time before that way. And you have to own the course. So if you don't own the course yet, then you can get the course at 25% off. I'm going to detail that at the end, just by the way. Okay. If you want in the party coaching community, type I want in that community and I'll get you the info. I'm going to give you the keywords at the end for the discount. Okay, so the other way to do a texting party, Leslie Neiditz, she is an evergreen / impact maker. She's one of my downlines in my jewelry company. She did her texting party as what's called a campaign. Okay, these words might not mean anything to you unless you're in the system, but a campaign, it drips the content based on when you opted in. Okay, so let's pretend that you started the text party and everybody started at the same time. 5 minutes later, another message will instantly go to your texting. Okay, and then she can set her system to say 5 minutes later, send this text, all on automation. Okay, 10 minutes later, send this one. The next day, send this one. So you can do a combination of what's called keyword autoresponders and a combination of that drip campaign. And you can even do a broadcast like I did to you where it's like, hey, today, right now, here's the message. I didn't schedule that. Texting parties are a ton of fun. Those of you who are in impact makers, the Evergreen Accelerator, Thursday at 1 o'clock, you guys have special guests coming in to talk more on texting parties because you've requested it. Okay. Those of you who are not over there and you want in that party community or you want to know about impact or Evergreen, type in the comments below. That's why we're here. Last thing. Messenger parties. Okay. Messenger parties I actually love a whole lot. I don't have the advantage of automating anything in the messenger. Okay. So a Facebook group or Facebook event we can schedule, right? We can pre-record videos, that kind of stuff. Texting, we can completely automate the whole darn thing. The advantage to texting is automated and done. The disadvantage, higher sales, but less bookings and less recruits. Okay. And this is consistent across different companies, but we have less recruiting and less bookings because there's no like interaction, right? Bummer. So messenger parties tend to be a great medium for me, middle ground. So they're going to get the advantage of not having to join a group. They're going to get the advantage of a quick little thing that's outside of a Facebook group or event, but it's still in a group. It's like a group of people joining the chat together, not just a one-time text to their phone or a one message text to their phone. That doesn't feel like community, right? So when I did my messenger party, and I know Charlene Pryor, if you're listening, I know you're working, but Charlene Pryor's been killing it in messenger parties. Jessica Montalagno, I know I said your name wrong. She's a top Norwex leader. She has shared a training with me. And we've been talking ever since she came into my first virtual parties. First time she came into my parties class, we've just been sharing ideas. Her team's killing it over there in messenger parties. The way I did it was I said at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, we're going to do a party inside a messenger. Gosh, my throat's dry. Hold on. Too much talking. I said at 8 o'clock and from 8 to 8:30. Okay. That was it. I didn't do it over 3 days. Christina Bonfricke and Christina Leon on Facebook, our ambassador inside, one of our ambassadors here. She's done messenger parties. I know a lot of you have. Type in the comments below if you're ever willing to share. Okay, if you're inside a virtual party community, if you're inside an impact, you have all of my messenger party training in your boards app. Okay, you have all my examples in there. You can join my past ones. I enjoyed it a whole lot. 8 o'clock, the party started. So the goal leading up to Sunday night at 8 was to get people in to the messenger chat via a hostess bringing people in or via me. The goal was not to do too much before the party starts. Just like any party I teach you guys, drive traffic to the live, right? So the event was Sunday at 8 o'clock. So there was one comment in that thread, in that messenger chat, that just explained what was happening. We're going to be live with the party at 8 o'clock on Sunday. It's going to run from 8 to 8:30 right here in Messenger. Get ready for high energy, and don't type in this chat. Like, don't get started yet. Tap the love button on this message if you see it. So it kept it super clean. At 8 o'clock, me and my friend Nikki Smith, she's in my jewelry business, one of my best friends, we had pre-recorded, you guys, this was so fun. We had pre-recorded these little 3 to 4 minute videos, okay? And we scripted out the 30-minute party, and we dripped it, we delivered it in small parts in the messenger. And with each video or each little message, they had to do something. So it was like right after a video, they were commenting a word, or they were replying with what they liked best, or they were replying with what they wanted to add to their shopping cart, or replying with what they would do with their extra $200 free. It was so fun. Then the follow-up happens, okay, individually. Now, this is it, because it's almost 10:30 and my kids are like, Mom, I love talking about parties. I love talking about parties and the 18 million ways you guys can party online. They're still my favorite strategy. Guess what? I do have a tool that can do automation in the messenger individually, not as a group, okay? So the group chat, to this date, I'm working with a couple creators. I'm like, come on, give me this tool. But so far, none of them can automate the messenger chat, but I know 3 different tools, and one has become my new favorite thing. And I will be training Impact on this. Get ready. Because it's and it's a crazy integration. Okay, one can all 3 of them can then individually message everybody that was in that group chat. As soon as the party's over, you could be like, hey, friend, saw you came to this. What did you think? What did you like best? And you can automate those messenger follow-ups. Did you know that? Did you know that? Holy Moses. Okay, it's really cool. Once that message goes out and they reply, now we get to work. Okay, so the messenger presentation, the texting presentation, those are ways to present the info. Online events, virtual events, those are different ways to present. The vendor fair talk is more about lead gen for me, less about presentation. Generate the leads, bring them into the presentation, bring them into, dude, go have a word. Oh my gosh, mind blown. Go have a magic word at the vendor event that they text, and they're automatically in your texting party. Boom, you just booked parties at a vendor event. All right, that's it for today. What I need you guys to do is, if you want into the virtual party coaching community, go to www, and I'm going to show you this on the screen share before we go, pcatu.com/store. I'm typing it in the comments. Please follow carefully so you get the correct pricing. Jessica and Sarah will train you via group coaching once a week, Zoom call with these leaders. Okay, so I do some of the calls as well. You get a community of people. Oh, I need to go update this page. Okay, this is where I want you guys to pay attention right here, because I'm going to show you some discounts. Okay, so pay attention if you like to save money. Type I like to save money. If you are in Impact Makers, listen carefully. If you are in Impact Makers and you want to join this coaching community, you already own the course. Okay, if you would find benefit to spending 8 weeks focused on parties with Jessica and Sarah. Sarah's not one of our normal impact coaches. Okay, go ahead and just type I'm an impact maker and I want in, and I'll simply add you to the group. You already own the course. Okay, if you don't own anything yet, you've never heard of my virtual party course, you definitely don't know about the coaching. Okay, there's 2 things you can do, but there's a discount. So listen carefully. If you just want to go by the course, it's $297 and you own the course. It's everything I've learned about partying online. It's a marketing class. It's text parties, messenger parties. It's the boards app. It's all of the modules on the different kind of parties that we do with my complete party system, all the resources, the Trello boards, the graphics packs, everything. Okay. That is a DIY. You just go buy the course, but I'm going to show you the discounts in a second here. If you want the coaching, I'm adding it on for only $99. Okay. $99 for 8 weeks of coaching is freaking dumb. And I know that. I know that. But if you came into my Impact Makers program when it first started, it was also a crazy deal because we were building it, right? You got in on a foundational level. Once we hit 100 members, don't expect to ever see this deal again. I price increase, right? Maybe when we hit 50 members, we're only at 42 right now. So come in while you can. So for an extra $99, you can get the whole thing. But what if you're like, I already own the course? Who already owns the course because you got it for free as a new action taker? Kudos to you. Who already owns the course because you bought it just as a course, or you got it when it was on pre-sale? If you already own the course, listen carefully, come over here to this $397 deal and click on it. And when you put in the code, let me see if I did this right. Oh, I did it right. Oh, it should be 90. It should be $99, but it's 100. Sorry about that. Whoops, $100. I'll pay you back the dollar. When you put in the code PARTY, PARTY, okay, it should have brought it down to 99. Sorry, I screwed up, but if you need to negotiate the dollar, Aubrey can refund you. Sorry about that. Okay, put in the code PARTY. It's already set up. And you will get this for 100, sorry, instead of 99. So then it will add on and give you access to the 8 weeks of coaching community because you already own the course. That's if you already own the course. If you're unsure and you go buy just the coaching community, I'm gonna be like, hey, you need to go buy the course. Okay, last thing, and then we're done. If you're like, I don't own anything and I want a deal. I like deals, but I don't own the things. If you don't own anything and you are inside of Action Takers, okay, let me make sure I got the right code. Action Taker. If you guys are inside of Action Takers, you can put in the code Action Taker and it will give you 25% off of the course or the course and community. So don't worry, I will type this all up in the description. Code PARTY, if you already own the course, code Action Taker. All right, if you're in Action Takers and you don't own anything yet, but you want 25% off, okay? And you can apply that just to the course, or you can apply that to the full course and coaching community. Action Taker. All right, you guys, I know that's a little random. Oh, I better go check that code because it's not taking it off $297. It's taking it off $397. Those show. All right, I'll get that fixed and make sure that is working so that it hits both courses. I encourage you to do the coaching community, you guys, because that is really where the help is at. Take the 25% off if you don't own the course yet. Take the whole community for only $99, $100 if you do own the course. All right, we're here for questions. Your ambassadors are here to help. I hope you learned something new today about different ways to party, different ways to get in more conversations. Action Takers, tomorrow I'll see you at 12 o'clock Central. My internet always goes unstable when I screen share. Action Takers, I'll see you at 12 o'clock Central. We're continuing down our email marketing journey. You should be putting every single party guest into your email sequence, period. If you have 40 people, 20 people, 10 people, 5 people invited to a party and none of them buy, I don't freaking care. Every one of them is a lead. If you put them in to your system and you collect the right info, you can gain that sale later when the time, your presentation time is not always their purchasing time. Okay. So email marketing ties right in with parties. If you do it right, they can be working synergistically together. You no longer have to worry about losing all the people. We've got a system. We can put them in our text sequence or email sequence or both. Okay. I like to put them in email if they're leads, they're not converted yet. Okay. Then 1 o'clock tomorrow, Impact Makers, we will coach together. And then Thursday, Impact Evergreen, we get to talk more about this topic right here. And those of you who are like, what is she talking about? You need to be one of three places, actually. Impact would be my preference. Just go all the way, baby. All the way. Okay, go all the way. Come into Impact. If you're unsure, Carla's going to help me with calls. Jessica's helping me with calls. I can do a call. We can do a business call with you if you're like, what is Impact? Do I qualify? How can I get in? Type in the comments below if you're like, I want Impact info. That is like the top of the top. That's all the things, all the people, all the things. Second place is Action Takers. That's that monthly club that we started end of November, $47 a month. Stay as long as you want. We're doing email marketing right now, but you get the last 7 months of content, workbooks, boards app, the online training vault. Insane. Okay. Awesome, Jody. And last is the new virtual parting community. We're opening it for the second time. We've only done it once before. We're opening that back up. That's what we just talked about. It will only focus on parties. And you get 8 weeks of coaching. Okay. www.pcatu.com/store. I'm going to the pool. Have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Go ahead and comment below. Your ambassadors will reach out to get the help you guys need. Okay. Bye for now.